tactical shooter here, and I wanted to talk about this because it's more of a wrestling topic. I just want to put this in here because I think it's definitely on top, because we want to make sure everybody knows about it, because some people may watched it during the classic era, like the 70s and the 80s. So, of course, Hall of Famer Blackjack Mulligan was a interesting wrestler. He was 6'9", 345 pounds. I don't know too much about him because I wasn't watching during that time, obviously, during the Hulk Hogan era. But I just don't. I just, whenever a wrestler, like, of course, Hall of Famer status, like, it gives us a whole presence that wrestlers, obviously, not everything is scripted. This is not. This is to the point where, of course, we all know it's not scripted, but it kind of feels weird, like when Ultimate Warrior passed. Like, it kind of felt weird. It didn't feel right. It felt like some story, and to a certain extent, where you gotta believe that if they say it's obviously not fake, or if it's not, of course they're not gonna say it's not fake, but if it's not like scripted, it kind of turns your head, because pro wrestling as a whole is, they don't deceive us, but they want, of course, like every other TV show, they want to make it look realistic, and in the whole reason, just wrestling deaths just feel weird to me. Roddy Piper, like, that whole thing, like, it felt weird. Like, I feel bad for the family, of course, of Blackjack Mulligan. Of course, they lost a loved one. That's normal. I mean, it happens, but it feels weird. Like I said, it's not because it's not because I'm kind of tied around the whole pro wrestling aspect of this whole discussion. Like, of course, I want to read what WWE has written, because, well, of course, I'm going to reference WWE. They wrote an article on it. I don't know who exactly does these articles, of course. I can't really reference them in that aspect, but I want to read it real quick. He was considered to be one of the toughest competitor of his day. Only his rival, Andre the Giant, could overshadow the 6 foot and 304, of course I said that, from Eagle Pass, Texas, so he was a Texas guy. Mulligan served as a U.S. Marine in Guam and played for the New York Jets before gaining fame in the ring. With his signature all-black gear, from his cowboy hat to his leather glove and his thick western mustache. Of course, Blackjack Mulligan, of course, that kind of makes sense. Blackjack, cowboy, alright. Mulligan cut the figure of a dangerous outlaw in the ring, and proved every bit as treacherous with his feared iron claw hold. So probably, like I said, I have no idea who technically it is. I'm not a big Blackjack guy. Maybe if I watched during the year, I don't know. Like, to a certain extent, you gotta feel for the family, of course. I'm just reporting on it to a certain extent because I want to do more wrestling things, and I think this is a big topic right now, and I just want to make sure it's known, because maybe you guys didn't know about it. Of course, it's probably everywhere. I just don't really. I just don't want to get something like this through. Like, if something comes up, I want to report on it, you know? And to a certain extent, I just don't feel like it gives this whole idea of pro wrestling as a whole, like, a sense of justice. Like, it happens. People die. It's not scripted. It's not fake. I don't want to be like this the entire episode. Of course, I just want to finish this up real quick. But I just think the whole idea pro wrestling giving a whole death aspect of it. I know it should be it should be frowned upon. It really is. It really should. To a certain extent, I just don't think. Things happen, you know. Of course, my heart goes out to the family of this superstar. Of course, I don't want to impose too much. Of course, hopefully you guys pay your respects, I guess. If you guys have, of course, enjoyed Blackjack Mulligan in his heyday, probably, I wish I had more to say. Like, I don't have an emotional connection to this guy, and I can't really say that he like, there's a lot of wrestlers that I love, like these, and of course, I didn't grow up with this person, so of course it's a legend. He's got to have a little bit of a standing in WWE or pro wrestling as a whole. So, hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. I'll just leave you guys with the gameplay here, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.
Friendly care package incoming. Be advised, hostile UAV incoming. Hostile UAV above. Be advised, hostile HCXD spotted. Guardian deployed. Too much hangs on this. Commit. Hostile counter UAV above. Radar is down. There's no winning this. Black Ops RTB for debrief.
I have failed.
Good match, guys.